Hey, Tracy here with BibleJournalingMinistries.com, and in this video I'm going to share with you how you can make your own splatter brush and save that $8. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. All right, for those of you guys who don't know what a splatter brush is, basically what it does is it creates splatters across your page. This one here is from Tim Holtz. It's a distress splatter brush. It runs for about $7.99. And basically what you do is you load it up with some paint. You can either tap, 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 tap on your hand to get that paint to disperse, or you can take your hand and just kind of pull back the plastic pieces to create a really nice splatter effect. This here is a fan brush, also can create a splatter effect, and these can range from anywhere from $1, you get them at the Dollar Tree, or a lot more money if you're buying an artist grade fan brush, and that will do it as well. You can also do it with a regular paintbrush, but these are the tools that usually people use for splattering effects. Today I'm making one out of these little plastic stirrers that I got from Dunkin' Donuts. So my husband went out and bought some coffee for the office and he just spent his own money to do that, because in the government they don't typically reimburse for that stuff. So when he picked up his coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, they threw in a bunch of these in the bag, and once you take them, once they're in the bag and in your car, you can't bring them back. They will just throw them away. So as he was finishing up his meeting, he grabbed the rest of them, threw them in a bag, and brought them home. And I was looking at them wondering what in the world I could do with them. And this is what I came up with, a splatter brush. So all you need to do is just take a few of them. Let me tell you how many I have. And by the way, I don't recommend that you go to Dunkin' Donuts and take their stirrers. If you happen to get some in a bag, just collect them over time until you get enough of them. But don't just go into the store and buy stir and just pull how many you need. If you just get what you need for your coffee, if you are buying coffee. But if they happen to throw extras in a bag for you, then just hold them over time. Or you can buy these as well. I just don't recommend you walk into a store and take things that you're not paying for. That's called stealing. Anyways, if they give them to you, you can't actually give them back. That's what I'm trying to say. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there are 20 of them here. And do I think you can do this? I know the questions are going to come up. Do I think you can do this with one of those stirrers that are straws instead of these ones that are just plastic? These are just plastic stirrers. There's no hole in them. I think you can. It just depends on how stiff the actual plastic is. And plus, if you have any kind of plastic line that's kind of thick like this, you can use it. So you don't have to have a stirrer. These are just what I found, and why not make a splatter brush for free? So I'm just going to take these and hold them so that they're pretty even, and then I'm going to kind of make them into almost kind of like a rectangle. I don't want to make them into a very, very tight square right now. I'm just going to try to see if I can't make them into a rectangle if I can. The reason why I want to do that is because if you see the way this one's designed, it's kind of more flat. And so I want to create mine a little more flat as opposed to circular. So I'm just going to take some tape, some clear tape, and just wrap it around the stirrers. Okay, until I get about enough handle on it. So probably until here. You can use any tape. I'm just using clear tape right now. And I want to give myself a starting point and an ending point, because then what I want to do is come in with some of this pretty tape that I got at the Dollar Tree last year. And I want to use that to create a really pretty handle for this. So the next thing I'm going to do is I've got to start and I've got to end, and now I'm going to come in here with my pretty tape, and I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it around to create a pretty handle. Now I am going pretty tight around this. And I think I'll do another color. Let me just get my scissors here so I can cut this off. Maybe I'll do a little gold next. And again, this is just tape that I picked up at the Dollar Tree last year, and they may have it again this year, so just keep your eyes open for it if you like it. It's a metallic kind of glittery tape. So I'm just gonna fast forward through this part. I'm gonna continue to wrap this, and then I'll be right back. Now, before I finish the end, I'm gonna come in here with this red, the next color, and I'm gonna just kind of put it on the bottom before I finish wrapping it around. And that will keep the stirs, the little plastic pieces, from falling out too much. They shouldn't, because I've taped it pretty good, but I just wanted to make sure that I had something here at the bottom. And let me just finish wrapping this around. Pretty easy, guys. This is a very easy project. And it's actually really useful if you have some extra stirrers around your house, because maybe you've bought some coffee in the past and they've thrown a bunch of them in the bag. Then don't throw them away, because you can make a really cool little splatter brush or a whisk. Okay, that looks pretty good. If you wanted to, you could secure this with some additional tape, but I'm not going to. I think this is perfect. So let's test it out and see how it goes. I've got my homemade little art journal here that I made. We've got a video on how to make these for 50 cents. And I'm just gonna cover my work surface because splatters go everywhere. And these are just cheap baking mats that you can buy on Amazon. We have them listed in our affiliate store if that is of interest to you. All right, so I'm gonna just open up my little art journal that I made here. Grab 3 different paints. Now, when it comes to splattering, I like to use a very loose paint, a very wet paint. So let me show you the different, let's try this and see how it works. And then I'll show you the different ones too. So you can come in and grab some paint. This is just an apple barrel paint, and just dip it in there. Or you can add water to it. So this is just splattering with the paint as it is. And I think that makes a beautiful splatter. Now I can come in and add some more water to my apple barrel paint and really thin it out and get a looser splatter. Which also look really good. So guys, I love this tool for splattering. For comparison purposes, I will use the Distress Splatter brush so that you can see what that looks like. And I'm gonna come in here and just get some of that, knock a little bit of it off, and add some blue splatters. Now the blue splatters, they do seem to be thinner and smaller than these, because obviously these little piece of plastic, they're a lot thinner than these, but you know, for free versus $8, I'm gonna choose free every day. All right, so I'm gonna come in and add some water to this and do some more splatter so you can see the difference. And then for those of you guys, I think they both work really well. This tends to give a bigger splatter, a bigger circle to the splatter. This tends to not. This tends to be a smaller splatter. Love them both. I'm gonna come in and do yellow with the fan brush. For those of you who have a fan brush and would like to splatter with that, I'll just at first do it with just dipping into the paint, although I do like to do my splatters with a little more water than that. And then let me add some water to that so you can see the difference. And when you're doing your splatters with your fan brush, if you do a light touch, you usually get a lighter or a smaller circle. And if you do a harder touch, you can get a like a fatter circle to your splatter. But all three methods were great for splattering. This one just is $8 and this one is for free. So I hope that this helped you out, and have a lot of fun splattering. Give this video a thumbs up if you learned anything, and be sure to subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.